Martin Luther King Jr. stands as one of the most iconic leaders in modern history. His relentless fight for justice, equality, and human rights shaped not only the United States but inspired movements worldwide. Yet, behind the speeches and headlines was a man with profound courage, deep faith, and an unshakable commitment to nonviolence. Born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King Jr. was the son of a Baptist minister. Raised in a family deeply rooted in faith, King learned early on the values of compassion, perseverance, and leadership. Growing up in the segregated South, he experienced firsthand the harsh realities of racial discrimination, from separate schools and facilities to systemic oppression. Despite these challenges, King excelled academically. He skipped grades, entered Morehouse College at just 15, and later earned his doctorate in theology from Boston University. His education and religious training fueled his conviction that change must come through peaceful, moral means. King's journey as a civil rights leader began in earnest in 1955 during the Montgomery Bus Boycott. After Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to a white passenger, King was chosen to lead the boycott. A bold collective effort that lasted 381 days and challenged the deeply entrenched system of segregation. King's philosophy of nonviolent resistance, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, became the cornerstone of the civil rights movement. He believed that love and peaceful protest had the power to dismantle injustice and bring about lasting social change. Throughout the late 1950s and 1960s, King spearheaded numerous campaigns against racial inequality, from the Birmingham campaign, where activists faced violent resistance, to the Selma to Montgomery marches advocating voting rights. His leadership in these movements drew national attention and highlighted the urgency of civil rights reform. One of the defining moments of King's legacy came in 1963 during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Before an audience of over 200,000 people, King delivered his legendary "I Have a Dream" speech. With eloquence and hope, he envisioned a nation where people would be judged by their character rather than the color of their skin. King's advocacy led to significant legislative victories. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 outlawed discrimination in public places and employment. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 secured federal oversight to protect Black Americans' right to vote. However, progress was met with fierce opposition. King endured constant threats, multiple arrests, and government surveillance. Yet he remained committed to his principles, famously stating, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice." In 1966, King expanded his focus to economic justice and opposition to the Vietnam War, linking poverty, war, and racism as interconnected issues. His Poor People's Campaign aimed to address economic inequality but was cut short by his assassination. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. His death was a profound loss but also a catalyst for continued activism and reflection on America as a path toward equality. King's legacy endures in countless ways, through laws, social movements, and the ongoing struggle for civil rights. His life reminds us of the power of peaceful resistance, the importance of justice, and the enduring hope for a world where freedom and dignity are universal.